adopting what some other teams are doing. And, you know, if you're going to be playing your potential final game of the tournament, why not go with the style that has gotten you this far in the first place?
I also think there's a decent amount going for the Morphling pick here that in a lot of those other games did not exist. Like, I think EG should be kind of happy scaling in a weird way in this game. Like, I think this last pick, Underlord, is really hard for Liquid to deal with unless they get off to a very fast start and then the Ember is just going to chunk through the auras. If that doesn't happen, this hero makes Luna's game very hard. It kind of counteracts some of the aura. I mean, that goes both ways, but I feel like Underlord buffing up Morphling in this game is enough to go in and just start man-fighting Liquid's cores. You have a decent chance to win those fights late game, which is where Morphling shines. Because this hero is not really about the early game too much of the tempo. You have some chains playability, you know, versus the Ember. This matchup is always very nice. If you can throw that back onto Nisha here, you're going to be very happy. That's going to give you the extra disable. But of course, you are going up against Liquid. 0-7 Morphling versus their 100% win rate Beastmaster. No one has been able to defeat the Zai J Beast.
Yeah,
just too powerful.
I actually didn't even notice they got their hands on Beastmaster.
It just slips through.
That actually makes the lineup feel so much worse. But fortunately, we have some great experts on our panel, and we heard specifically Faith Beyond said felt like Evil Geniuses had a chance here. So
we had some great experts plus Jack.
True. But you know, Jack's an adorable buffoon, so it works out.
Always bounce. That is what Dota is about, bouncing everything out here. And I think this EG lineup is a lot more balanced than last game, so hopefully we'll see some more action, some more late game scaling. There's no Alchemist in the game. That's already a good sign. You know, Beastmaster does not have an extra free spell.
that is a good point.
He just has to do it the hard way with ancient stackings and clearing through the camps with the axes.
And he can't manifest gold out of absolutely nowhere, though sometimes it feels like axes kind of do that with the way that they are so damn good in lane and so free when it comes to the mana cost anyway. Maybe that's where the free spell comes in. 50 mana cost is basically free.
I think it's another place where this Morphling pick can shine. Like, the panel's talking about range carries aren't too successful in the meta. A lot of these long-range carries seem like they're very gankable. Morphling's not really a ranged hero in a lot of sense, right? This guy plays up in your face. He's very tanky, one of the tankiest heroes in the early game. And then he abuses regen almost better than any other safe laner in the game. So you're giving him stick charges here with the axes. If he gets to some early regen item, perhaps, or just ferrying it out based off Panda's net worth, like Picazo's going to be able to stand down here and free farm. And this can become a matchup where eventually he has more base damage than your beast and starts to just overpower him.
Sure.
That aspect, I think, can be nice here for EG.
And if they start winning lane, they could even get some flowers, right? Then Morphling could use those super efficiently.
Never got me flowers.
I got somebody else flowers today. Panda. Oh, yeah, it's going to be trouble. The leap comes through, and Boxy secures the first blood.
Big kill to get, and I feel like this is something that happens in a lot of the Zai Beastmaster games. The Pat lane just starts to rack up some kills, and once you fall behind, this is a hero that accelerates really fast with the stacks, so you do not want to give this lane a lead. You really do not want to give them anything early here that just gets them into the axe attack on the neutrals. It's coming. Do have some extra aura reduction in this game between Pugna Ward dealing damage versus the magic and then Whisper dealing with the physical. The EG ball is going to be decent here. There's another question of, do you want to bring Whisper to kind of counteract the Beast Luna push when it happens for Liquid? And who gets there first, right? Do the auras come out between the Beastmaster to power up the Luna into the ball? Do the auras come out for Underlord to power up the Morphling into the ball? That's why these lanes matter a lot. You fall behind with the auras and you just get to force those objectives first. Your game's a lot easier.
Yeah, and I'm not even convinced that the Underlord is going to be strong enough to stand up against that kind of push. That is a lot of magic damage on the side of Liquid.
Are you doubting the Lord of the Abyss, Cap?
I kind of am, yeah. I know that offends you as an Abyss Lord yourself, but I don't know. I feel like you need at least Pipe to be able to stand in front of this much magic damage, you know? And even that can get purged away, right? Because that's some of the value of Oracle, which Insani is going to be playing this time around. As you said, it's the creme de la creme of his hero pool.
You can only steal it once from him before he gets too mad. Got to keep your captain happy.
That's true.
This hero's looked really powerful in a lot of the games. I mean, the buffs were huge. You have 2 leaps here.
And
he has stick, he's fine.
Stick charges, so he's totally fine. It's just a question
of whether or not
Boxy. Oh no, the courier! Oh, it goes back, but it's too late. Boxy, his arrows find a mark, not the mark he intended originally.
I feel like that's better than the Maiden kill.
Yeah, probably.
I would genuinely take Glove of Haste off Morphling here plus the courier over Maiden. Gonna have to walk the base anyway.
Yeah, and that is a slow, long walk for Maiden.
And this is just time Zai gets the free farm.
Ooh, oh, that is an arrow right there. And Nisha, he's going to go in for the dive here and try and collect this kill. All thanks to Mr. Boxy.
Might even get 2 for 1.
Yeah, now Panda scrambling into this fight, trying to help out his mid laner, but it's a bit too late, and he may not even be able to pick up the golden experience as he's going to be chased out of lane and probably killed as he's going to walk back into the two of them. Arrow lands again. Boxy off to a huge start here in this game too.
Mid was the lane that EG needed to go well for them so the Storm can snowball with the Pugna help. Now it's just getting reversed. You're giving Nisha another great start on Ember Spirit.
All right, Mr. All Around the World here is coming in to try and win a third lane from behind. Let's see if Boxy can land his third arrow. Oh, spots Matthew. Doesn't go for it there, though. A little bit of a surprise to Boxy, so he wasn't ready for it.
It's just the Chad Morana build, too. Leveling arrow.
Oh, yeah, seriously.
Better hit him.
Over Starstorm?
Yeah, I mean, you're either getting reported or you're getting a trophy. Question of how many you can land without too much setup in this game. I mean, you have Fortune's End on top and you have Chains in mid, so actually it's not too bad here. But of course, Boxy does not need setup.
Not yet, anyway. Mickey, despite the Underlord matchup, seems to be going really well for him in CS. 32-8, so he may be having another game where he's just rolling in the gold. As Evil Geniuses have had a hard time being able to stop him in this laning phase. Whisper taking a decent amount of damage, and Sania take an equal amount back.
Arrow?
Oh, Whisper almost caught that one in his behind, and he's going to have to be bailed out a little bit here. The Crepify goes out, Insania's low. Matthew will threaten Insania, and they get the kill thanks to Panda, who turns around, gets the Frostbite on the Boxy. Boxy's low. He has another arrow in 2 seconds, but Whisper, who hit in the trees, is going to be able to slip on by. No threat any longer. Oh no, the arrow. It spots Whisper. Whisper. Oh!
The Lotus. The fight for the Lotus. That's a big Lotus to get. It's going to rejuvenate him here, and it's going to take Boxy out of a lot of action for a while. I mean, he can stay up here and keep throwing arrows, but it's not as impactful as what he was doing mid.
Radiant structures are fortified.
However, I guess Nisha's got it under control here. Double damage plus catapult wave.
Oh yeah, so you got to get back here fast.
He's to level 5 on C Smile as well.
And we saw Nisha, I think, like the last time we watched this Ember, he put a lot of damage on the mid tower.
Yes, early Orb of Corrosion, just right-clicked it down.
Yep.
Do hit Storm 6. This will dissuade the aggression, but he got half that tower. And that arrow eventually connects.
I agree with Whisper. How
not
indeed.
even necessary. And Liquid playing another pretty decent laning phase here. So it will be a lot of solo XP for Pakaz. Something you always like to see on the Morph lanes.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Fight for the Wisdom Rune. It's going to be awkward because there's going to be arrow. He leaps over it, but Matthew does manage to collect first. Boxy, he gave it all. He has no leap charges now.
Yep.
Can't even TP out because of the Frostbite, so gives them a little bit of bonus experience on top of that Wisdom Rune.
It's a nice turn. Matthew strikes back. Boxy pays the true iron price. But boy, this Ember is big. He's big, and if he gets big enough, that's where that chip damage starts to just punch through your defensive auras here, and you're still just losing mid-tower. No one is coming to defend this. See Smile walking to base after jungle. I think this is just gone.
Yeah, if you take the time to jungle like that, Nisha will punish you.
Remember, he has Lunar Blessing at nighttime. Something else that has helped this push and helped the lanes here across the board for Liquid.
Oh yeah, that's
Global
a good
Aura.
point.
Paying off huge. That's where that Luna Beast lineup is deadly. Attack speed aura, damage aura. The second you push the button for the ball to come together. That's a big ball.
Certainly is, but see Smile, he's going to put those levels to use now. He gets this kill on his eye. It'll be very big, but unfortunately, the morph doesn't go up because, okay, the stun doesn't last quite long enough. The disables weren't able to come in. The arrow, though, is to land on a C Smile. Matthew, he can't help him out, and now they're being run down by Nisha on a second power rune. He's going to go to work. Underneath this tower, jumps over, tries to finish off Panda. Should be able to do it. A Frostbite, though, will delay him a little bit, but the axes come calling. Zai comes calling, and the whole Liquid crew comes calling for death in this bottom lane.
Cannot ask for any better timing here for Liquid. Helm of the Dominator just completed. Push into the Beast lane, forced to carry out second tier 1. Gonna go down without a fight here for EG. Mid lane paying off big time.
Yeah, this is scary stuff. When you talk about the snowball potential, when you said Beastmaster plus Luna, and you've got an Oracle behind it, you're already talking about a ball, and I feel like that ball was like a theoretical, like 15 to 25 minutes super scary timing. It's 9 minutes in, and towers are already falling.
And these slights are going to hurt because you still have that global nighttime aura. That helps all these little moves from Nisha, plus Orb of Corrosion. These small buffs add up, just forcing EG out of areas. They do not have the support levels to combat the skirmish right now. And you also missed your opportunity to take these tier 1 fights with the Underlord. Like, Whisper's been sitting up top here with Vanguard. This is normally where you want to dissuade those early fights with the Beastmaster lane, try and kill him back, slow down his pace.
Sure.
These timings are out the window. Now you're just going to have to play for the mid-late game here. Liquid are going to have a lot of room to operate. You can start stacking Ancients, which has already happened, in fact. Zai just going to go to work here.
Yeah, and while he's doing that, he left his creep in the mid lane, which I think was kind of interesting. I'm not sure if it's just extra security for Nisha or extra scouting.
Or extra farm for C-Smile, plus 100.
Extra gold.
Happy to take that as he was not getting much else on the map.
Zai, I'm sure he'll be okay with that trade-off, though. He's getting a lot more gold out of the jungle than C-Smile will.
He's so farmed. This is what makes the Liquid Beastmaster so scary. They give him the farm priority. They believe the Beast is going to be carrying them in the later fights. Not something a lot of these other teams have been doing. But happy to believe in the Helm of the Overlord timings. The faster you get it, the stronger that push becomes, or even the second aura, the Pipe, the Crimson, whatever you want to go. And we have seen Zai carry these games. 2-0 and 2, top of the net worth chart. Push is scary. You also don't have some good turnaround save. Like, you have Decrep, but it can get purged here. There's a lot of magic damage fallout from Liquid. So these roars, these chains into arrows, kind of just have to be strong enough to tank them. Whereas Liquid always have Oracle. They just bail out some jump. Mirana ult as well to protect the Oracle. This is another one of those double save support duos that makes the Storm jump very difficult.
Look at that, Nisha actually ranking 3rd in the average building damage in 10 minutes. Particularly impressive if you're not playing like Dragon Knight or something every game. Doing it with an Ember Spirit in this one does, yeah, 1.6k. Heavy lifting. 5k net worth lead for Team Liquid, and feels like they are getting some serious pacing going on. They're going to bring the Beastmaster up to the top lane.
For the last tier 1. Or just
tier 1 and...
Or Roshan, because it is daytime. And it's 11 minutes. It does feel like they're thinking about it soon.
Maybe the last time for Evil Geniuses to put a halt to this Liquid march. They're gonna cut across here. The smoke's gonna break. They spot Panda. He's gonna be slowed down. I mean, just a slight and an axe, he's pretty much dead already. And Whisper, he's gonna have to give up the ground to this tier 1 tower, knowing that the Primal Roar is still up. Plays a bit of distance away from the Beastmaster. Doesn't want to be caught without any backup. And it seems like Evil Geniuses are saying stall. No cores are coming to this lane. Whisper has backed out. The other 2 lanes are just solo cores pushing out and farming.
Yeah, there's no way you're taking this fight. Your timings are going to have to be later on. You're going Linken's first on the Morph lane. You need more Storm items. You're just going to lack the damage again, especially into double backline supports who can save the cores. It's a formula that worked last game. Look at the Luna TP cancel. Little economy going your way.
That's actually pretty nice with the bottom lane being so aggressively pushed out. Mickey's going to have to go through the portal, walk back from the portal into lane to catch the creeps. It's a significant amount of damage being done there.
And you can play the rat game a little bit here for EG.
Sure.
Like, the catch is not amazing for Liquid right now as their strength is in the group up. Smoke Boxy and Nisha. This is pretty much their best cast. Chains into arrow is almost a guaranteed kill.
They're gonna chains. There's the arrow.
Oh, the beam.
The help of the beam to ensure it. Nicely played by Liquid as they manage to sandwich. Get a big kill. Whisper, maybe a second kill now as Boxy's gonna come out, help this one out too. Now, this guy's a little bit tankier, a little bit harder to kill for sure. Especially with the support behind him and more on its way. Because is actually gonna join in on this. He comes to lane, I guess in part because the Luna rotated to the other side of the map, so maybe they can do something. It's got a double. Thought it was double damage. No, just him being blue.
Another plus 100 off the Centaur though. A little something going their way. And maybe they really want to feel this fight out where he gets the Ember Steel with the early chains. It's something to play for. You will get a tower here. Because is having an okay game, as usually the case for this team. It's pretty hard to shut him down. But again, the question of what are you going to do about this Helm of the Overlord timing that is going to come out very fast here for Zai. He is rich.
EG, they need something to connect here. They're trying to bait out an illusion rune. Nobody's going to show, so they grab it. But Liquid all playing very defensively on their side of the map, so I don't know if they had a good whiff of this smoke that was happening. Or just
getting better efficiency. Like, they're doing Ancient farming with Luna right now. Mask of Madness Luna. Very fast Ancient clear, especially at this point in the game. If it's going to hit nighttime in 30 seconds, he will give the aura once again.
Now they're stretching it. Really trying to dive deep for a kill on Insania. They won't get that, but they will get the creep once again.
I mean, they're getting decent value out of this Helm of the Dominator.
Yeah, what, they've got 3 times already? Still doesn't change the 5,000 net worth lead that you have on Liquid.
But I mean, it'd be 5,300.
That is a good point, Avery. Thank you. It's a good math.
That's why I went to school.
All those years of school.
So I can do the quick
finally
analytics.
Put to use. I guess it didn't help out being a player.
Well, not everything can go your way.
2-9, the game quieting down a bit. It's pretty clear that EG wanted to be able to get something, not going to be able to find it, and then every once in a while we'll just get a slight change into Arrow. Good hold there from the Decrepify. That's going to help out a lot, especially with the Crimson Guard and the pullback in the freezing field. Ooh, there's the overstep. There's the move.
Can you get the punish? The good punish is Bakaz is farming right now. He has Lincolns. He's hard to burst and pick off on the map. If you can get another tier 1 here, you're very happy with that sequence for EG.
Yeah, that'll definitely slow Liquid down a lot.
Yeah, that's a big misstep by Nisha here. I mean, C-Smile was getting nothing in this game. You just handed him a big kill on a silver platter. These kills are worth a lot. That's an 800 gold kill for the team. You're down to 3K net worth difference, just like that, right? Single kill into tower, into another power rune. Some momentum coming back their way. The Kaz going to TP top for this double range creep wave.
Tower does die, though. That was the final tier 1 tower for Evil Geniuses.
I mean, that was an undead tower for sure. It died long ago.
Undead tower.
Crimson finish for Whisper. This is kind of your big mid-game timing here for EG.
Yeah, and Matthew is playing very far forward, but always trusting in his supports to be able to bail him out. They're going to do just that, not only bailing him out, but maybe getting the kill on Insania. Got to be careful with Nisha, though. He's going for those supports. Mickey is here as well, and the axe is from behind. Zai does manage to collect 1. 2 supports down. Whisper now being chased out as well, and there's no escape from this. He may be tanky, but Liquid have all the time in the world in this fight.
And that's Golem for Zai. That Helm of the Overlord already finished. Might lose his courier, but he's got the bigger summons on his side. That's another big EHP boost here. You're going to have to fight through. It took him a long time to kill this Oracle. Through the Pavis, through the ulti. Eventually you get him, but then your supports are just in nowhere's land. And Crimson does not last forever. Like, you have to fight around this Crimson if you're EG, but you also have to get enough out of that window where the punish doesn't come back and haunt you. Just going to be BKB rush for C-Smile here. I don't know what else you even go. I mean, I guess you could try and go work it and just deal with the Oracle on your own, but that sounds really risky as well. Kind of need a BKB to deal with the stuns and the chains in this game. Another smoke with this Crimson timing.
You do have a successful scan on the Roshan pit.
I mean, you can't get your other heroes here, though. Is this like a suicide smoke for EG? If a cause is so far, C-Smile, I guess he can gate. Maybe you can get people here.
Coming in. C-Smile going
that
through
was
the
a bold
Oh my
gate.
God, that was a bold move. Holy cow. I mean, the part of the reason I think that ward went up on the high ground from Matthew, it immediately got dewarded, but it did give them a glimpse of what was waiting for C-Smile on the other side of that gate.
That's one of those moves that's so bold it works.
It's incredible.
That's going to open up Roshan for EG, but how fast is this? Is it fast enough? And are Liquid just going to give it to him? When you have the Helm of the Overlord timing here?
No way, right? But they have Zai on the other side of the map pushing into a tier 2.
Yeah,
he doesn't have a TP, so he can't get here.
That TP died on his courier earlier, so he still has to fly it out. Maybe he forgot about it. Maybe they're just happy to try and take the trade, but that is Roshan for Storm Spirit here. A big pickup, one of the best Aegis users of all time. And Because is closing in on Manta. Highest net worth in the game to the Morphling here. If you can ever get the stolen chains, it's going to be a huge deal. Still have lockdown for this Ember before he gets to that BKB timing.
Because I was so spiteful. The slight went out, all the creeps are below half health, and he just denied every single one of them. Even after the Ember Spirit jumped away, those creeps were still denied by Because.
I mean, you got to send a message.
Trying to give Liquid as little as possible, while getting as much as possible for himself, heading to the Manta next item, and then looking at Scotty. Do you think Aghanim Scepter, is that worthwhile against a Luna?
I think you just need more important items. Like, you really need the Scotty to be able to stick on people and have the tankiness to go in and absorb some damage, because BKB is not going to protect you from everything anymore.
Sure.
You probably need BKB at some point in this game. Maybe you can get away with Linken's mana here, but if you get stunned and just burst down by Luna Burst, that's pretty spooky. I do think Morphling has a decent matchup versus Luna. After the Scotty point, you can get to Butterfly, Scotty.
Yeah.
That's pretty terrifying here.
Which is why it's so curious, right, that they decided to give up Roshan on the side of Liquid. I feel like you don't want this game stretching out, and whenever you give the enemy team Aegis, it is their choice to let the game stretch.
Yes. Technically, EG control the tempo right now. They are getting out-farmed on the map. And you know they want to find that fight, or at least find this Storm initiation. Perhaps they're waiting for C-Smile's BKB. Very close. Tormentors will spawn. Gonna go for the Helm of the Overlord Dragon here. Not be able to bring it down.
Too tanky. Meanwhile.
What you wouldn't do for an AL right now.
Or Storm Zip.
That's a bold Storm Zip.
That would be a suicidal Storm Zip, but it would be cool. Reign of Destiny, once again, goes to Insania.
I mean, are you playing for a top 3 in a major, or are you playing for a Reddit thread? You got to decide before the game starts.
Why can't they be one and the same?
They can't. You can only pick one.
Okay. I guess we'll play for top 3 for Evil Geniuses.
Plus 250.
They need to bounce back in this series. Down 1 game against Team Liquid in this best of 3. It's do or die for the next 2. They've already made history by making top 4 at a major for South America, but EG, they are a world-class team, and they are definitely in the conversation of being in that top 3. Let's see if they can prove it, though. Jumping forward, C-Smile gets the introduction onto Insania. Hello.
Reign of Destiny.
Hard to get these kills.
Yeah,
they have the Aegis to be able to utilize, but it's not easy.
I mean, is this a fight? Is this not a fight? You still have Crimson. You're going to pop it.
Fight now. They're going to pop the Eclipse, trying to go for Whisper. Whisper getting low. Panda covering him. The
Stolen arrow.
Not quite enough. Nice arrow. Does land onto Mickey. But playing back, trying to go through the rift. Oh, this is crazy. They try and go through the gate, but they're denied as Nisha jumps in. Whisper's going to go for the TP out now, but the Lucent Beam lands on him. EG scrambling to get out. Oh, no!
The damage, just enough. He has BKB here.
He's going to be able to get out on his second life for sure, but using the Aegis like this, that is not what EG wanted. They were on their way to, if they could win that fight, boom, easy comeback. But now, it's a very different and much darker story for EG.
That also just feels bad, the way that fight happened. That is not the place on the map where you want to take that fight.
Yeah.
It's way too deep in a corner by Dire base. Liquid have all the vision. You're going on Oracle. I mean, you bait out some decent spells, but the chip damage is really starting to add up here.
What happened to C-Smile there? What happened to his stop? Some other heroes got chained.
I think they just bailed on the idea. Needed to call that Uber ahead of time.
Showed up late. Now the score 4-14 with an 8,000 net worth lead for Team Liquid. With the pipe now complete on the Beastmaster, it feels like they are definitely going to be go, go, go from here on out.
You have Arcane Rune on C-Smile, and you're closing in on Pekka Scotty.
Yeah, but...
It's a way away, but...
Can Stormsphere do anything against this ball?
Yeah, that's a big question.
I mean, you saw his damage look so lackluster against the Oracle earlier.
This Oracle has caused them a lot of problems in these fights.
Yeah.
Feels like a lot of their mid-game is predicated on magical damage, which... You're just getting barriered here. You're getting Fate's Edicted here.
Yeah, Fate's edicts himself, and then Pavis himself. Has a chance to False Promise. Arrow lands, but to Decrepify, plus some heals. It's all good. That, of course, was a bit of a buff towards, well, not a bit, big buff towards Pugna and his Decrepify. Similar to what they did with the Oracle. They just took away the downside of these defensive spells. So to Corrupify, no longer increasing the magic damage, but also just increasing the heal you're able to put up. Pretty big swing in the change log for both of those heroes. And no surprise, they're both showing up here on the main stage, the ESL One Berlin.
The more I watch this Oracle, the more this hero looks very hard to deal with, especially if you have other heroes who can save him. And one of the historic problems with the heroes, if you jump Oracle and then you can just take the fight 5v4, the hero feels really useless. But when he gets this tanky, when he can buy early items like Pavis, bump up the HP, and then you have other spells to bail him out with auras in an aura meta, the hero becomes really hard to deal with. And a hero that Liquid are extremely comfortable with. So then you kind of just have to fall back to outscaling them here. Which means, again, we're back to can Bakaz put the game on his shoulders with his signature hero. I mean, so far, 0-0-0 for the Morphling. He has literally had no impact.
No impact, just farm. Just every carry's dream, to be honest, because the game goes later, more and more pressure is put onto him. He becomes more and more the main character of this game. And isn't that every carry's dream? Isn't that every goal for every Dota carry player? Yeah.
I think that's a lot of carries out there that this is the ideal game.
Yeah, you guys are all the side characters to my story. Now that it's 40 minutes in, it's time for me to do what I do best.
And you know, over the history, there's been a lot of fives that have been very angry with those carry players.
Something tells me you might be one of them, Avery.
I'm not going to name names.
Roshan number 2. Potential spawn time in a minute here. You can see both teams are kind of setting up for it, just trying to control the area. And considering the fact that it's potential spawn in 1 minute, pretty much guaranteed to have to fight in the top side of this map, which is to EG's advantage. And he is going to go Aghanim Scepter next item on the Morphling after the Scotty. So we're going to pick up that item. I mean, this really tunes down the carry potential of Luna when you have that.
This is a nighttime fight too, so you have that global aura.
You see the Hawk. The Hawk sees you. Whisper out of position, in a bit of trouble. Heaven's Halberd will protect him. And
gonna
Matthew
steal
on
the
high
Ember.
ground, the arrow. Gotta watch out for that one. Fortunately, they managed to dance by that one. Immediately, Nisha jumps to the back line once again. He baits out the heroes. The 2 supports come forward, and then he nails them. Matthew, he's going to be the first one to be cut down. Pops the BKB, now go for the Crystal Maiden as well. Stormsphere tries to come in, help out, but instead he's arrowed. Boxy lands another one. He does manage to jump away. Still had his BKB to work with, too.
Just catching Underlord out of position there. Does not have the full team with him. I mean, Bakaz still 0-0-0, gets another Helm of the Overlord Golem kill. I guess you can add that to the board, but...
He's got way more of those than any hero kill, that's for certain.
Nisha, he's just 1v5. He's just running in there, no fear. BKB immunity. What's your answer? Sure, you get an Ember steal on the Morphling, but you can't chains him. It's not doing you any good. Just need to be tankier, or you need more damage to threaten him when he's killing your supports.
My favorite part of that is that the arrow may not have hit anybody, but it gave him the vision, knowing those 2 supports are on the high ground, and boom, he jumps them.
Instantly goes in. I mean, you have Crimson here. It's going to delay damage a bit, but this fight's just pretty much over at this point because your position is way too bad.
Yeah.
Just been crushed open by the Ember Spirit here.
And Nisha, with that situational awareness and the peripheral vision, cannot be out of position when it comes to playing against this man right here.
We should note they used Oracle for that fight, and Roshan was not up, so Ichi are going to get a fight without False Promise on the board, and you have double damage on Bakaz, but it's wearing out in 1 second. Gets another Helm of the Overlord kill. Add it to the tally once again. This is a fight you have to win.
With the BKB, the Primal Roar is out. The BKB, though, C-Smile, he's going to be fine. The heals come out for Matthew. Panda with a beautiful freezing field, but BKB's on Liquid's side proved to be superior as they now push back against Liquid with the beautiful slight chains on the 2 that allows Mickey to play clean up here. Yeah, you got the Oracle. Congratulations. But because he needs more help. He's got the Manta, gets rid of the chains. No arrow here, but they do have plenty of damage. Plays with the slight, tries to waveform away. Liquid chasing after him. Another slight change, dodges it with the slight. Whoa. Nice read from Bakaz.
Ember Morphling God right there. I mean, at least he's putting on a show. Does find a kill in that, so gets himself on the board. Means a Oracle on the backside, but that's a costly fight because that's going to be Roshan here, as it will instantly spawn. They just don't care about the Morphling at all. They're just going straight for the support, straight for the backline. Because doesn't protect his supports here, they just get instantly routed by Ember.
And that's a big problem, right? He simultaneously needs to go and kill the Oracle because it seems like he's the only one who can, but also protect your supports. It seems to be too much for one man to do alone.
I think you have to take the formation fight if you're EG. I don't think you can let Nisha keep getting away with what he's getting away with. Like, your Scotty Morphling's the only thing that's threatening this Ember going in that deep. If he's not there, it's just a free-for-all.
Watch this. Turns into the Emperor, reads it, slights right as Nisha went for the slight chains. A little bit befuddled by that move. Mickey enjoying to see just some good Dota going on. Is Liquid probably very happy now at this point. 16,000 net worth lead. They may not know the number, but they certainly feel the power behind it as they are going to go for their high ground push.
Scotty Luna online. Aegis for 4 minutes here. You're in no rush. Just throw down those reins, heal everybody up here. Force EG to jump you, because there is no out spam here that's dissuading you too much.
Yeah, just the glyph, and that is a limited resource, but it seems like that limit is good enough, especially with the push coming in on the tier 2. Plenty of time to work with this Aegis, so no rush on hitting the high ground.
I do think this is a high ground, though. If you have Lizard Frenzy on top of everything, you want to force the action here.
Yeah.
Especially when you have Nisha can go back and still rejoin you. Like, he's going to deal with the split push pressure, force EG back to their base.
EG hit a timing,
Do or die. You have Ags off the cause.
Scepter on the Morphling, so they do want to take this fight, and they have spotted Insania. They're going to be able to kill him. He's down and out. Eclipse goes out with a BKB on Stormseer. Once again, protects him with the help of Matthew, and they've got that high ground. Nisha can't get onto him. What a good pit from Whisper. Holding in these heroes. Luna looks like she may take out. That's going to be the Aegis expire, but Nisha going in big and finishes off the cause, and he bought the Aegis, meaning there is no buyback for him. He went all in for that Aghanim Scepter. No gold left in the bank.
Just gets caught with an arrow. I don't even know what the hell stunned him. He got arrowed in the middle of that fight into a beam. Wasted so much of his time.
Oh no, there are no tier 2s left. And they know that Morphling, they're going to put him to the
Double
test.
buy.
We think you don't have buyback, and they might just have the correct solution here, but it looks like, oh, an overstep from Nisha, and arrow comes out again. It lands onto the C-Smile. A force staff trying to get him away. A sip at the last second. Jump, jump, jump. He's good. A pit holds in Mickey, but a buyback from Nisha. Nisha, he wants to keep this going. He has 35 seconds to do some serious damage to EG, maybe even knock him out if he can.
Mickey's getting low to these storm jumps. You have to respect the fountain regen here. Nisha, he's going to claim support buy.
Another arrow coming through. Force staff gets him out of the range of it.
20 seconds for Pakaz. How much can you get in 20 seconds right now? It might be Megas. Mickey's back to full. Pokes for what? Absolutely nothing.
Dropping fast. As soon as the tier 3 is down, then the Glaives start bouncing around. They do have a glyph. They can't get the full set of Rarics without a fight against the Morphling, but it is still a 4 versus 5.
Do they care about the Morph? That's another question. You're going to open up the glaive bounces here.
Maybe just all in. They got to start taking that fight now.
There's Ag Steel on the Luna. You're going to reduce his damage output a lot.
That's going to help. Oh, Sorcerer jumps in immediately, chains up. He has a BKB, though. He jumps, has a little bit of mana to work with. They use the Primal Roar onto Pakaz. He already morphed into Strength, though, so he's going to be okay, especially with help with Decrepify, but even getting him low allows Liquid to go for the Megas. Slight chains once again, ticking out the puck. Now he's gonna fall because low enough. Back to the fountain he goes, while Mega's gonna be secured by Team Liquid. See Smile, Banda, because Mega's coming in, and Team Liquid showing absolutely no hesitation. From Megas to tier 4s to the throne. EG, you have to come up with a way to be able to stop this in a 3 versus 5.
There is no way to stop it.
They say we cannot stop these Team Liquid ball. We cannot stop Team Liquid.